Today on A Commonly Good MTG, we're playing the top 5 monocolored decks of September 2024. Yeah, the big deal is that I kind of forgot that I was doing this. In between the top 5 win rate decks and my top 5 favorite decks, I like to shoehorn in on the weekends there the top 5 monocolored decks. I think that helps to color along pretty far. So what we'll be doing is taking a look at the top 5 decks from Untapped GG, taking a look at the win rates, and picking out each deck from each color that seems to be performing the best. If that sounds good to you, then stay tuned to find out more. Hello and welcome to Commonly Good MTG. I'm your host. Make sure to check out my more artistic videos over on OnlyFans.com. Dr. Yukon Suck It! Yes, thank you! Film before a live studio audience. Thank you so much, Yukon Suck It! Word to your mama. So I'm broadcasting to you today from, say it with me, secret underground headquarters. I heard you. And I'm bringing to you the top 5 monocolored decks of September 2024. So what this is that, it's the weekend between top 5 win rate and top 5 favorite decks for the month. So we're looking at the top 5 monocolored decks. Why is that? Because I like monocolored decks. I like monocolored decks, and I cannot lie. You other brothers? I don't know the rest of it, so we'll just leave it like that. I'll study up next time because that song needs to be honored more. Anyways, we're playing for monocolored decks. I love monocolored decks. They're so efficient. It just plays into the themes of what those colors are about. It's fantastic. And so in this case, we're going to take a look at them. What I love is the rotation's gone, so hopefully mono white soldiers is gone. We're not playing with that stupid deck anymore. But we'll see. I'm sure that mono red prowess is going to be on there. It's always there. That's the one I'm beginning to actually hate. I can't believe I'm saying that. It's just so freaking annoying. Well, let's move on. Let's see what we can do here. So where we're getting this list from is Untapped GG. We're taking a look at the decks within the last week that have had the highest win rates, and we're gonna look at them for each particular color. So there's no ranking here. It's just which one's the best for red, which one's the best for blue. And that's what we're going to go with here. All right, so let's start off by taking a look at green. All right, we are playing against Kai. 1, 2, 3. What do we got here? That's not it. This has got to be it. I guess we'll keep it. We're going for 2. This is our boy. As long as they're exiled. Okay, there we go. There's a 3/3. I can eliminate both people. Let's try that out. And hard-hitting question. Gone. All right, they're both 4/4s. Let's put this guy out. He's fine. I don't need to disenchant anything. All right, so we're both playing mono green decks. He might have the advantage. I think he's got stronger guys. It's going to take a while to build this guy up, unfortunately. Two. We'll send that boy in. All right, we still got defense. Hopefully that's enough. All right, he's gone. He's got a big old... he's only got 3 mana. That's his problem. He's holding himself back. He's going to keep up on the exiling. I think he gets an additional, what, 4/4? Good enough, man. Ward it up. I have to rip apart my own graveyard here in a second. To say from a graveyard. We're cool if that's the deal. That's 4. What's the deal? 4 more cards. Oh, amongst types. Well, that's just not right. All right, we go. You want to block there, huh? All right, cool. Do I have double ward 1? Is that a thing? Yeah, we do. All right, cool. There we go. Victory! All right, so we are with mono green Stompy. After I saw what the win rate was, which was under 50%, I decided to play this thing casual. I thought I'd give it a greater chance. It did a good job. Do I think it will do good ranked? Maybe not. Maybe this is more of a fun situation. It's hard to believe. I think there's probably better green decks out than this. It could just be that this isn't necessarily the best mono green deck, as much as just this the best mono green deck that's being played right now. Enough, you know. That's got to be it, because I gotta believe there's something better than this. It has a lot of the greats in here, though. You know, Axebane Ferox. This card deserves as much love as it can possibly get. It's got haste, an excellent ward, and Death Touch. Plukanos is great. Sentinel's okay. He's a great Moneyball card. You know, because the Moneyball is what makes, I think, a mono green deck so incredibly good. This deck's not really going for it, though. It does have the ability to increase the Popo counters. Hunter's Talent, I always feel like I'm wasting myself on this card. But I guess the deal is essentially it's hard-hitting question with just an extra mana, and you get all that extra ability to it. So the value is really there. All right, the more I talk it up, the more I like this deck. This might be the best version of Green Moneyball. I just haven't done my evaluation yet to make sure it really is. It's not the one I'm familiar with, so what can you do? But anyways, this is it. This is apparently the highest win rate deck in the last week for mono green decks. And it did a pretty dang good job. There you go. Mono green for this particular week. All right, we're playing against G-Wiz. All right, Battle Cry. That'll be our big bomb, if that does anything. Of course, it's slow. I mean, anyway, take out the bat. I don't know, Regal Bunnicorn, potentially. Maybe you don't like Sanguine Evangelist. And another little dude. Let's try for something better than that. Interesting. Like if I would expect these to be able to take out my guy. So we're gonna go for this. We're gonna go for the Evangelist. One, two, three. That's what he was hoping for. Now I'll go ahead and shoot that particular Warden. Whatever. Touch the precious. Let's cancel out. Let's do this first. One, two, three. Yeah, Elesh Norn sounds kick-ass. And all in. Nice! All right, making some progress there. Battlecry a second time with all these guys is going to be fantastic. What do you do? He's just trying to get some bodies on the table. Battle cry! There you go. And we win! In your face, Charlie Brown. Victory! Alright, so here we are with mono white aggro. Yeah, okay, here's the deal. So originally the Untapped GG list was telling me that mono white control was the best mono white deck. I played that 10 times and I lost 10 times. It was ridiculous. So I switched over to the next best mono white in the mix, which was mono white aggro, and immediately started winning again. So either it's me and my particular playstyle and being unable to play control, or it's the fact that just mono white control, that particular version, which had 0 board wipes in it. I couldn't believe it. And it did when it put out, I mean, it was an extremely, I'm talking about some other deck right now, extremely expensive tokens coming out till 5 or 6 or something. It was just stupid. This deck, on the other hand, was fast. It was aggressive. It was, you know, it wasn't super powerful, but it was getting to you in early game. They had to deal with you early, and if they didn't, you were just coming at them. We had a little bit of control and lay down arms. We had to be able to put out a bunch of little dudes, which then we can pump up the Warden of the Inner Sky with, getting up there. Elesh Norn comes out for 4, which isn't too bad. They would lose life if they were to deal damage to permanent night control. Yeah, that's all fantastic. So anyways, mono white aggro. This one, you know, it's your mono white. Is it mono white soldier? It's just mono white token, really. Sanguine Evangelist is really your bomb because of Battle Cry. It's hard to believe that Battle Cry is so important, but with a deck full of this many little tiny dudes, Battle Cry is incredibly good. You start putting out the Horde, you attack, everything gets, was a +1/+0 till the end of the turn. They can't block all of it, and so you're getting through so many 2s at least. That's what matters there. All right. Virtual Loyalty would help pump everything up. Trying to think of anything else going on. See, the other thing that's good about Sanguine Evangelist is it's not legendary. You could potentially have multiple now. That's why there's 4 of them in there, I would bet. A lot of 4s in here. Bunnicorn's really your heavy hand, your heavy hitter, but it's pretty easy to hit. Doesn't have anything other than just, equal to the number of permanents you control. Still, with all the stuff you are putting out, enchantments and artifacts and stuff, the Bunnicorn gets even bigger than the number of creatures you're putting out. All right, anyways, there you go. Mono white aggro. Best mono white deck, in my opinion, for this particular week. All right, playing against the Plagiator. The Plagiator. Hey there, Disney Fox. How are you doing? 7, huh? This costs 1 for each instant source in your graveyard. I gotta flash them in. This is really expensive. All right, let's draw some other stuff that's cheaper. I guess it's going to be a bunch of card draw. Pow. 2. It's an instant. All right, we'll wait till his turn to play it. This guy looks like he wants to force me to discard everything. Put one of these cards in my hand. I mean, I'd go for what? Haughty Djinn? Of course, he probably has creature kill, so what does it really matter? Non-creature spells. Alright, anyways, there it is. He either lives or he doesn't. Apparently he lives. Now I gotta sit here and try to keep this guy alive. What's the point of that? Alright, it only takes one thing to keep him alive again. Alright, wait till his turn and play stuff. That's it. Okay, I've got 4. I need 5 right now. I can play something and get it out even cheaper. All right, there we go. Nope, you're wearing me out though. Flash that in, it's fine. I can bounce my guy back, right? That's pretty much all I could do. I tell you what, we'll go get something is what we'll do. Nope. Oh, he's tapped. Well, that's going to be rough. Alright, cool. Let's just do this. Alright, he's down to 2. If he can't kill the Haughty Djinn, then we win. In fact, he'll kill himself with his own arena in a second. He needs to get out shouldered again to keep himself alive. And that's 4 out of his 6. Of course, if he gets out shouldered and he tries to block the crab, both of them die. And that's how we win the game. Noink. And we win! In your face, Plagiator! In your face! Alright, so we are with Mono Blue Tempo. It was an interesting deck. There was so much I hated about it. What did I hate? Counterspells. I hate counterspells. I mean, really, they're just really, really early creature kill and, you know, that kind of stuff. But it just feels so horrible not letting a creature hit the battlefield first before you kill it. That seems okay to me, but for some reason killing it before it hits the battlefield, that is wrong. The other thing is, like, you know, you got those huge spells you've been saving up for, you're going to lay something down, and then they just nip it in the bud and say, nope, that's never happening. God, that just kills me. Now, you know, we got just counter target spell. You know, this is non-creature spell. It's all here, man. It's not great. We got things that bounce things back. We got lots of card draw. And of course, we're looking to throw things in the graveyard because that's going to make the crab and the djinn so much better. You know, we saw this guy for a second. His power and toughness equals number of islands you control. Put a flood counter. You get mana, something like that. All right. Anyways, it's an interesting deck. You know, you were playing so much stuff at instant. It was just so weird for me having to play that way. It's just not the way I like to play. But if you're a blue player, this is it. This is the top of the heap. This is the winningest deck in mono blue. So it was weird. It was strange. You know, it's funny. When I first started playing Magic card, I decided blue was my favorite color. I loved the idea of the counterspell, that you could just stop stuff like that. Then the more I played, the more I learned to just hate it completely. Anyways, this is it. I hope you enjoyed this deck as much as I probably didn't, but good luck to you, everyone. All right, playing against StealthSid. StealthSid. I always think that that's like the weird butt on that My Little Pony. Can't believe he's been normalized. Ooh, tiny bones. I like the way that our skeleton dudes sound all gross. Blah, blah, blah. All right, I guess he's going to steal a deep cavern bat. I got life to lose. Let's draw some more cards. You going to chump? Oh, really? Deep cavern bat, that's fine. Take action. Take action. There's a nice skeleton. And we win. Suck it, suckerfish. Suck it. All right, so here we are with mono black skeletons. You know, I think the whole reason I decided to put together this particular format for my video again of playing the monocolored decks was just so I could play mono black skeletons again. I remember that before the rotation, mono black skeletons was really good. It was smoking it because you know, we had like Tiny Bones and we had Corpses of the Lost. I'm trying to think, was Tiny Bones part of the rotation? But Corpses of the Lost came out, and we had Case of the Stashed Skeleton. And between these two guys and, you know, probably conscripts and stuff, yeah, I mean, Mono Black Skeletons was really good. And it hadn't made it up into the top. We could still play it. It didn't feel like we were just playing the stupid, you know, the greatest decks out there. But post-rotation, Mono Black Skeletons just bloomed. You know, I remember when I lost Angels to the same thing. I loved Angels decks, but then Kaldheim came out and Angels became too good. And I was like, oh, it's like the problem is I love to play a lot of different decks and I hate playing the decks that everybody else is playing. And so when everybody else started playing Skeletons, I couldn't play Skeletons anymore. So this is my opportunity to be forced to play Skeletons again. I love them because they're so aggro. And for not having haste, you know, Corpses of the Lost give all of your Skeletons haste. Of course, some of you guys go out of the way to come into play tapped, regardless. It's cult stupid construct. But everything else does a pretty decent job. So, yeah, that is great. I know Gix looks very skeleton-y, even though he isn't. So I think he fits well enough. It's the Bloodletter. I don't know why this is in here, but, you know, why not? It's just something to do at 5, because this is all so incredibly cheap. You know, that's 3 and less over that way. This is, well, what are we going to do it for? I don't know. There's nothing else skeleton-y out there. Let's go ahead and put the Bloodletter of Alcatraz in there. Sure, let's do that. I don't know. Anyways, but yeah, they're hasty. They're aggro. It's a theme. They, you know, it's great. You're not doing discard. It's just a fantastic aggro black deck. So there we go. This is your best monocolor black deck for this particular week. All right, playing against Kontrol Freak. Let's shut up, Tiny Bones. Get out of boy. All in. All right, everything means the death of a bat, so you're just going to let it through. You're not blocking. Let's go for this. Go for the throat in this situation here. Yoink. And they all jumped up and in. Down to 8. All right. I think we got lethal. Well, let's see. That would be 6. Yeah, 7, 8. He's up to 9. All right. He kept himself alive. And now we're back to lethal again. All right. Mana, number this. All right, he's got to have some sort of super kill there. And we win. Brutal, vicious, aggressive. Mono red aggro. Alright, so we are with mono red aggro, and it's just, I mean, prowess has taken over mono red. That's all there is to it. I remember when it was good enough just to have haste. Like haste and creature pump was all you needed to be able to win. But then Monastery Swiftspear jumped in here with prowess, and she just rocked it. And she used to be the only thing with prowess for the longest time. You just pump up that Swiftspear and that would be it. And then suddenly it was like, all right, there we go. Slick Shot. It doesn't have prowess, but you know, it's got the +2/+0 instead. Same thing, but it's got to be, yeah, it's non-creature spell. That's what it is for all the prowess stuff, though, non-creature spells. And yeah, this is just the new mono red aggro. I remember goblins used to be the mono red aggro, and it used to be part of Red Deck's wins, and it was all a goblin tribal deck, and it was beautiful. Maybe someday, you know, maybe we'll go back to a goblin-rich goblin and elves. Oh, those were the days, right? When you were back in Dominaria, playing goblin and elf decks all the time. Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, it's all just about getting out dudes, pumping up at the right times, trying to be a little bit tricksy, leveraging your shocks and your lightning strikes for either going for the face or going for the creatures that are in your way. All of that helps you out. It's the biggest thing that I can tell you is that if the only problem you have is going against other mono red decks, other super aggressive prowess decks, because then pretty much it's whoever goes first wins. There's nothing you could do about it. It's just, I mean, if you had nothing but creature kill, like the lightning strikes, you kill all their creatures, maybe you could do something about it. Because then you could bleed them out. Because that's the best thing you could do against this deck is take out their creatures. There's not that many. What is it, 50%? And so maybe, you know, like they've got 3 or 4 guys, and you could kill 3 or 4 guys, at which point, nothing, right? There's nothing. And there's potentially just be drawing stupid creature pumps, and they can't do anything about it. So, yeah, that's what you got to worry about there. Sometimes if you pull two little creatures right off the bat, then kill 1 or 2 of them, and you're doing nothing at that point. But anyways, this is the #1 deck as far as win rates is concerned. It isn't going to get much tighter than this. So there you go, mono red aggro. And here are your top 5 monocolored decks for September, at least late September. I don't like to say the entire month, but late September, your top monocolored decks. It's really kind of, for me, so hard to believe that that white, I mean, I guess the white deck we ended up showing is what I expected. I expected it to be the mono white aggro deck that's always done so well for so long. Mono white Kontrol ended up being the highest win rate, but I tell you, I could not get it to win at all. I played it like 10 times. It was loss after loss after loss. But even worse than that, it was like embarrassing loss. Like it was nothing but loose control doing absolutely nothing, throwing out an occasional 1/1 token creature with 0 pumps for them whatsoever. But mono red aggro, that one's at the top. It's been at the top. It is #1 deck. It's doing what it's always doing. Like I said, it's kind of boring at this point. I'm looking forward to more inventive mono red aggro decks. The mono blue, it seemed very mono blue tempo to me. It was interesting to see that weird crab thing in there. You know, Haughty Djinn that dude's got way too much attitude in my mind. But he's fantastic. For all the little, you know, instants and sorceries you throw in your graveyard, he totally laps it up. The other things in there, they lap it up too. It's decent. And I just don't like decks with counter spells in it, so it is what it is. I thought green was weird because I hadn't seen that version of it before. And maybe I just haven't seen it since the inclusion of Bloomburrow. It's been a while. I think I played my own version of mono green a little bit ago, and it was different. So this deck was a little weird to me, but it still held most of the chops for the things that were right. I'm surprised we ended up pulling it off against the deck we were playing against. It was another mono green, you know, like Moneyball type deck. I think we just got lucky. So anyways, I'm kind of surprised that these decks are doing as well as they are, but these are the ones that represented this week, so here they are for you. If you decide to play with these decks, I hope that you had as much fun with it as I did. All right, that's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the secret underground headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. See you next time, Space Cowboys. Later.